Hello and welcome to another episode of my soul cooking channel. Today I'm going to do the world's most favorite dish, which is a biryani, and we're going to do this in a Hyderabadi style. Hyderabadi biryani is unique. It's unique because it's all about the marination. So the mutton is first tenderized, and for that what we're going to do is we're going to take the mutton pieces, which I have approximately 1 kilo of mutton, and the first step we're going to tenderize it. To tenderize it, we're going to use a green papaya. I'm going to peel off the skin of this papaya. I'm going to blend it into a paste, and then I will marinate the mutton in the paste. So the first step is tenderizing the meat, because we're going to make a kachi gosht ki biryani. What does that mean? That means it is a raw meat biryani. So for 1 kilo of mutton, I'm going to add 4 spoons of raw papaya paste. I'm going to use a spoon to mix it, and if you want, you can also wear gloves and then mix it in. Okay, so first step, just the raw papaya. Make sure that it is evenly coating all the pieces of the mutton, and then we're going to set this aside for 30 minutes, and then we'll do the second marination for the mutton. All right. Okay, now that we have the mutton which is getting marinated in the papaya paste, we should get the spice mix ready, which will be a homemade garam masala for the biryani. So let's see what are the ingredients that go into the biryani masala. The first one, and my favorite, this is called Kalpasi. Kalpasi is also called a stone flower. The next, we have some dried rose petals. We have Javitri or mace, bay leaf, which is also called tej patta. There are 2 types of cardamom. There's green cardamom here, and I have the black cardamom. Some star anise, cloves, cinnamon, and 3 ingredients that add to the body. Now these are dry coriander. This is called Shahi Jeera, or also called black cumin, and there's some regular jeera. Now what are we going to do with all of them? We will dry roast all the aromatic ingredients separately and the body ingredients separately, and then we will grind it to a coarse paste. So let's get quickly into making the masala. As I insisted, the masala should be ground coarse, and that's how you should be able to see them. So now I'm going to take you through all the ingredients that are required to make this biryani. I'm wearing a gloves because I have marinated the mutton with papaya and I want to protect my fingers. So I would recommend that you do the same at home. Okay, we take the bowl and we start adding the mutton. Okay, all the mutton goes in. Step number 2, we add turmeric. That's 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and we add 2 teaspoons of chili powder. I have taken 4 green chilies and I have crushed them just in the mortar and pestle. I'm going to add all of it. And we're going to add some ginger and garlic paste. How much? 1, 2, and 3 heaped teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. After we add this, we take lime and we crush them and add it into the So these are ingredients that are going to further tenderize the mutton. We have first done it with green papaya, and now with all these ingredients. And here I have some Shahi Jeera, 1 teaspoon of Shahi Jeera, and about 10 peppercorns. I crushed them. Now I add the crushed Shahi Jeera and peppercorns on top. I add salt and I massage it. over the mutton. And now we add a little bit of this oil, half of it, and around 25 ml of the ghee, and then half of the brown onions. The remaining half we will put it with the mutton when we are doing the dum with the rice. Okay. Now this marination has to be set aside for approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours. The mutton is all partially getting cooked in the marination. So when we're going to do the biryani, we are going to cook it along with the rice. The rice will take approximately 20 minutes to cook. In that 20 minutes, we want the mutton to get cooked. So the marination part is very important. You could also marinate this one day in advance. Leave it in the evening in the refrigerator, and then you can make the biryani in the morning. That will be extra tender. Okay, now that we have done this, we add little bit of coriander, little bit of the chopped mint, and we add all of the yogurt. As I said, to a kilo of mutton, I have put in approximately 400 grams of yogurt. And also very important to know what is the ratio of the mutton to rice. Now I have 1 kilo of rice. I'm going to soak it for 30 minutes. So this is going to be marinated for 2 hours. So when this has reached 1.5 hours, I'll set a timer and I'll soak the rice. The rice I have used is a special kind of basmati, not any basmati. The one that I prefer using in my biryani is not the most special old basmati. There is a particular brand. It's called 1121 Punjabi basmati. Now 1121 is apparently the longest grain basmati that is available in the market. So the mutton is now marinated. It's now going to rest for a good 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. Our mutton has been marinating. I have transferred it to the pot in which we are going to do the dum. I'll put it on a slow flame while we start cooking the rice, and this is going to be on fire as well. And while the mutton is getting cooked there, we're also going to be cooking the rice. So all the cooking starts at the same time. So here's all the rice that's been soaked for the last 30 minutes. I'm going to drain all the water, and we'll also prepare the water in which we're going to cook the rice. So to prepare the water, what we do first is we add salt to it. When I had the masalas ready, I had soaked in a little bit of rose petals, cinnamon, cardamom, and some cloves in water, and some 2 pieces of kalpasi, and I'll add this to the water first. We add a few sprigs of coriander and some mint leaves. The next couple of things I have done is I have taken a small pinch of saffron and I have soaked it in milk and kept it aside, and I took 1 teaspoon of turmeric and I soaked it in water again, and I put hot water on top of the turmeric. The water is starting to come to a boil. I have rice ready because we need to start cooking it now. Okay. This has taken me around 6 minutes and the rice is getting cooked. Now, how do we know if it is half done or not? Now, the rice normally when it gets cooked, it will grow to almost 3 times the size. Now, we want to stop cooking it when it comes to 2 times the size. Just perfect. As this has happened, I'm going to switch it off. I'm going to take this to the side and I'm going to bring that mutton which has been simmering to the front. Okay, as you can see, the mutton is now simmering here. Now this has been cooking for the same amount of time that the rice has been cooking, okay, but it has come to a boil, and now we strain the rice and start layering on top of the mutton curry. Okay, the first batch is done. We spread it around. Then we sprinkle some of this aromatic powder. We sprinkle some coriander. We sprinkle some mint, and we sprinkle some brown onion. Okay, now again we take more of the rice, we put it on top. So I put the last layer of rice on top. Okay, it's been spread evenly. Now we add the final garnish, which will complete it. Okay, so first thing first is we take the oil and we pour it in pockets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, then we take the ghee and we pour the ghee in the center, a little bit around the sides. Saffron, you'll see that I'm adding it in only certain areas. I don't want all the rice to get the same color. Now finally the turmeric coloring. Beautiful. Final garnish with more fried onions, all the coriander. You don't want to waste anything that we prepared for the dish. All of that mint. And one last sprinkle of the masala that we got. Now that this is prepared, I've just switched on the gas and I'm going to give it one boil, okay, on moderate heat, and I have taken some atta dough. You roll it. So I have lined the entire lid with the atta, making sure that it is stuck nicely. Okay, and then we're going to cover this, and immediately we're going to put it on a slow flame. Okay, I can quickly see the steam building up here. So as soon as the biryani, the steam started coming on top, I know that it had started boiling from inside. Okay, so we had to let this cook for 20 minutes to almost 30 minutes, and I have put it on a tawa, okay, so that it heats evenly, and we let this be for 20 minutes. 20 minutes and it has been like this, and here I can see that it's doing, oh, there's steam coming out, which means the biryani has been cooking. Good, it's done, and I think I can take the liberty of switching it off, and we let it rest for another 20 minutes. Not touching. Just don't be in a hurry to open it and check and stir it around. The rice will break. We want it to rest. I have been patient, very impatiently patient, I must say, because I'm dying to eat this wonderful kachi gosht ki biryani. And oh, the wonderful aroma of basmati with all the spices, the saffron. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, the rice perfectly cooked. Oh, fantastic aroma of ghee coming out. And as you see, I'm trying to dish it out from the sides, slowly lifting it up like that. Okay, so there's an art to open biryani. Okay, if you don't do it like this, it won't come out right. Okay, slowly. नजाकत के साथ, अरम्या, पुरम्या। Time for me to taste this. Oh, it looks so good. How many times have you taken the back of a spoon and crushed a piece of mutton and it's gone? This is the magic that happens when you cook Hyderabadi mutton biryani. Right below the rice, and it's cooked itself, and it's given that beautiful aroma to the entire basmati. All of it tastes of that mutton marination that we did in the beginning. Fantastic. Melting mutton. And it tastes divine. Wow. I have to thank all of you who requested that I do this mutton biryani, especially the Hyderabadi form. You know, I usually do a lot of Chettinad style biryani, and that's what I usually cook at home. It's been ages since I cooked a Hyderabadi kachi gosht ki biryani. So, hand on my heart, thanks to you, and hope you cooked this and you enjoyed the way I did.